Hello friends, in today's session, I'm going to talk about how to handle a web element which is sitting inside the iFrames. Let's get started. So what is the iFrame, right? So the iFrames are mainly used to insert content from an external sources. For example, you would have seen some advertisements displaying on a web page. These advertisements can be floating within that web page. That means you can position those iframes at a specific location on a web page. Whenever the desired web element is sitting within the iframe, you cannot click on that web element without switching to the iframe. For that, Selenium provides couple of methods. If a web element is within the iframe, you need to use this method driver dot switch to dot frame, and you need to mention the frame so that we can switch to that frame, and then we can perform an operation against that frame, right? You switch it to iframe, and then we can perform the operation that you want against that element. And then if you want to perform an operation out of the iframe, you should come out of the iframe and then switch to default content, and then you can perform the operation. So these are some examples of the iframes, right? The third-party advertisements that you would see whenever you launch any retail or web application. You see a lot of advertisements are floating on that web page. And also, you would have noticed chart widgets on the web pages. As soon as you launch any retail or financial websites, you would see the widget popping up. Say, do you want to connect with a sales agent, something like that. So this is the today's test scenario that we are going to automate. So here we are going to launch rediff.com, and we capture the text for BSC index, and then we switch back to the default content, and then we click sign in button, and then we capture the title on the sign in page to make sure that we are able to click on the content once we back from the iframe, so that we can determine that this is working as expected. Now let's get demonstrated this scenario to see how it works. All right, let me bring up Eclipse real quick to create a test. Okay, here I'm creating new Java class. You can give a name as my iframe test. You can select the main method because we are going to run the test. All right, let's create WebDriver. And then let's create a new Chrome driver object. And then let's import these two guys. Import WebDriver. And then import Chrome driver. Okay. Let's write driver.get and launch the desired URL. In this case, the URL is rediff.com. Let me go here real quick. Copy and paste right here. And then let us wait some 5 seconds for that. Let's write implicit wait driver.manage timeouts implicit wait duration of, let's give some milliseconds. Okay, I'm passing 10. Okay, instead of milliseconds, let me give seconds. Okay, seconds. I'm giving 10 seconds. And then let me maximize the browser. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. So this will help to maximize your browser. And then the next step would be to go to the rediff.com and see the iFrames and the iframe and the web element within that iframe. Okay, so this is rediff.com, right? Here you see there are many advertisements that are floating on this web page. So these are mostly built using iframes. So here, this is the banner that we are going to capture text and perform some operations against this one. Before that, we need to investigate, the web element to see whether this web element is sitting within the iframe. For that, just right click and inspect. Okay, so this is BSC index, right? BSC index is within some banner. So within this banner, we see BSC index, NSC index, right? And also some search. This is not belong to Rediff.com. This data is coming from outside. That could be an external vendor or third party, whatever it is, right? But this is not belongs to Rediff.com. So, which is why they have created a frame at a specific location to display this data dynamically. So this is BSC index. Now they are given just ID, and then let's scroll up a little bit and to see whether this is in the iframe or this is the regular web element, right? Okay, so here you see, right, iframe, and ID is money iframe, and this BSC, if you highlight this one, you are able to see the entire banner is getting highlighted, right? And then, and this BSC web element is sitting within that banner. So here the ID for that iframe is money iframe, and then the web element within which we would see is that the BSC index, right? We have multiple IDs here: BSC index, BSC arrow icon, BSC change, BSC start time, BSC end time, etc. So now let us switch to iframe and then click on BSC index. Rather than clicking on this one, let us capture BSC index, the value, which is 73,142.80, right? So let me go ahead and write a piece of script to handle this one. So this is the Selenium WebDriver method to handle the iFrames. Driver dot switch to iFrame. I think it is frame. Switch to frame. And within that frame, we need to give the locator. So in this case, the locator is money frame. Okay. So here we are giving ID. Just pass this ID. And then let us create a web element for BSC index. BSC index. Because we wanted to click on the, sorry, we wanted to capture the text of BSC index within this iFrame. For that, you can write driver dot find element by dot ID. Let me go ahead and see what is the ID for this one. And this is ID is BSC index. Just copy this one. You can use by dot ID locator type, and then you can paste the ID over here. Okay. So now let us import this guy real quick. Import web element. Okay. So now let us capture the BSC index value using get text. BSC index dot get text. And then let me take this one into a string, or let us directly print this one. Okay. Index value. Let me close this parenthesis. All right. So with that, right, we are going to switch to the iFrame to perform an operation of a web element which is sitting within that iFrame. In this case, the iFrame name is money iFrame. So we are passing ID of this iFrame, and then we are taking this ID, which is BSC index, and then this is sitting within the iFrame, and then we are capturing the text of the iFrame, right? And the next one, let us come out of this iFrame and click on the web element. So here, what we are trying to do, we are coming out of this iFrame and clicking on sign in, right? So let us capture the web element for sign in. Sign in, we can use link text for this one. Okay. Let me write driver dot find element by dot link text sign in. So here the operation is click. Okay. After we are clicking here, and then let's verify whether rediff.com is displayed or not. So just this one to make sure that we are on the right page and our assertion is working as expected. So what is the locator for this one. Okay, this is rediff.com, right? We are going to verify to make sure that Rediff mail label is displayed, right? For that, we can use is displayed driver dot find element by dot link text, and let us use is displayed. Okay, so if this is displayed, let's capture the title. Driver dot get title, and then print this title to the console. Okay, console system.out.println page title. Okay, you can append the page title to this string. All right, so far it is good. I think we have written a test script to switch to the iFrame and then capture the text of BSC index and then printing the text. And then we are clicking the sign in page, and then we are verifying whether rediff.com is displayed or not, and then we are printing the title of a page. Cool. So let me write here, because if you run this test, this is going to fail because I am not coming out of iFrame, right? But the sign in is not within the iFrame. This is a top content, meaning this is outside of the iFrame. So you have to come out of the iFrame. For that, we need to write one more Selenium WebDriver method. Driver dot switch to default content. Okay, this will help you to switch back to the top content, which means that you are coming out of iFrame and clicking on the desired elements or performing the operations that you intended to do. Okay, before executing this one, let me add a couple of wait statements to make sure that you see the execution clearly, right? So after clicking on sign in, let me wait thread.sleep for about 3 seconds, because there are a lot of advertisements on rediff.com, so the page might take little longer to load. I'm adding throws declaration here. All right, this looks great. Let's go ahead and run this test. Run as a Java application. So we are on rediff.com. The browser has been launched and it is clicked on sign in. So we are on, expected page. So the test is done, but the page, the session is not closed. The reason because we are not quitting the browser session after the execution is complete. So here you see index value is 73,142.80 and page title equal to Rediff mail. So the output is printed as we expected. So the test is working fine. All right, so let me do one thing. Let me add driver dot, let me stop the execution real quick. Driver dot quit. so that the session will be quitted and opened browsers will get closed. All right, and also let me index value, use some space here, some space here, and then rerun this test. Let me also close this guy real quick. Okay, all right. This is looking awesome. Let me rerun. Okay, so we are on rediff.com, and then we should click on sign in. Okay, sign in has been clicked, and then, okay, cool. So here the browser is also quitted gracefully, right? And also you see, right? These are the two values that we are expecting to be printed in our console output, and the output is printed as expected. So the test is, uh, gone well. So I think we are good. Hope this session is useful. That's it I wanted to cover for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.